Well, every week, viewers tune in to see unique medical cases unfold on the hit NBC show New Amsterdam.
Yeah, and things are heating up in the hospital as co-workers become enemies, sort of, after Dr. Reynolds, played by Jocko Sims, loses a patient on the operating table. Take a look.
Fortunately for us, the real heart is still here, down in pathology. So I think we should all take a trip down there and have a closer look for ourselves.
You can't be serious.
Oh, but I am serious. Once we examine the real heart, then we'll know if these readings were, in fact, as you say, normal. Right now, here we go. Everybody up.
Oh, boy.
And Jocko is here with us now. Welcome back. Good to have you here. What is happening at New Amsterdam?
There's a lot. You know, my mom was watching a few weeks ago. She called me. You know, she always critiques the show, me, and she says, you know, everybody always survives. Somebody needs to die. And I was like, just wait.
Right, because you knew what was coming.
Oh, yeah.
And you wrote on social media that the episode last week, we just saw what's going to happen this week. Last week was your favorite episode so far.
It
Why?
was my favorite episode so far because I get to, you know, have these comedic scenes in the very beginning with Max and Dora, and then by the end, you know, I'm having an emotional breakdown.
Yeah.
So it's just, I had this amazing range and had a great time, but that was my favorite episode. My favorite episode of the entire season is airing tomorrow.
So that's what we just saw a clip
of. It's a piece of what you just saw, yeah.
Well, congrats too, because the show just got picked up for a second season.
Thank
Yay,
you.
that's amazing.
Thank you very much. It's awesome.
Yeah, and so I think there's 3 episodes left of this season.
Absolutely.
What are we going to see from Dr. Reynolds moving forward?
Well, definitely.
Tell us everything.
Yeah,
tell us, give it all.
Everything. Yeah, as you see, there's going to definitely be some ramifications for having lost Officer McNeil on my table. And Max is clearly going through something, and he's not himself.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things happening, a lot of interesting things relationship-wise, some twists and turns that you can expect, and yeah, a little danger.
Okay.
A little action.
I see you're tiptoeing around. Okay, we feel you. All right, now you also talk on social media about how involved as a cast member you get in the show. Set design, the office that you have on the set you were involved in, dialogue. Tell us about that.
It's amazing. You know, the writers have always been so open to having a conversation and hearing our input, and that's the first time that I've been on a show where I feel like our voices as actors, you know, count.
Yeah.
A lot of times people just write you off as these, you know, brainless robots.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we have feelings, we live this, we live the role, so that's fantastic. And on the production design, Christy Z, who was just amazing, she worked on great films like Silence of the Lambs and Goodfellas, just legendary.
Wow.
Yeah.
She called me up and said, hey, I want you to help me design Dr. Reynolds' office. So I was
That's
like,
amazing.
me?
Really?
So I got some stuff. I made Dr. Reynolds a Spurs fan, so I got some Spurs memorabilia in there. It's like, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, there's been some amazing episodes this season, but you've said that the hardest episode you've had to film was the one in the snowstorm.
Yeah, that was not
Why?
just,
Yeah, tell us about.
Well, that wasn't just the hardest episode of this show, but of my career. One of the hardest nights I've had.
Yeah.
I played a lieutenant in the Navy, and I did a lot of my own stunts, but this definitely rivaled anything I've done on that show. Over 12 hours outside on one of the coldest days last year in New York. I think it was 15 degrees outside. The snow was fake, but the cold was real. And, so it was crazy, and I had to pick up Hugh, the actor, and carry him through all of that cold, and we made it through. You know, it was fun, and I'd do it all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk, before we let you go, let's talk about this film that you're in, Evelyn by Evelyn.
Yes.
Tell us about it, who you play.
Oh, wow. So Evelyn, this is what's interesting about this. I read this short film, and it was right in the middle of the pilot season. And my reps are like, don't even call us asking us about anything. We're just coming off another show. We're going to get you on another show. So I said, after I read this, story, I was like, I got to be a part of this, and I got to make it happen. So I went down to Texas and shot this film. And as you see, there's like a Greek chorus in it. It's a great story. It's about coming to terms with the death in the family. It's very deep. It's played at the Atlanta Film Festivals, and you can check online to see where else it's going to play. But I went there, knocked it out. And I got on a plane, left Texas, and flew to California, landed, went to Universal, and tested for this show.
Oh, my gosh.
So that was your good luck charm.
That was my good luck charm.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Knocked it out. It was a great weekend.
Yeah. Great stuff going on. Well, you can catch Jocko in New Amsterdam every Tuesday at 10 p.m. on NBC, and this episode is his favorite.
Yes.
Yes,
It is.
don't
Check
miss
it out.
it.